build the houses, go across the roads, you bring hospitals, infrastructure. That is creation of new cities. It's the same. But it is very hard to bring internet connection for a person who is living here, and another is living in that mountain, and another is living in another mountain. How will your Wi-Fi connect them? It's a big problem. Even electricity grid will be difficult to establish. You get the point? But most of the research shows that in the cities there is good life compared to the village. So when you can scan the trend, making current assessment, that is what we call current present scenario or current scenario. Current scenario. When you based on the current scenario, you can predict the future. Diagnosing drivers including different indicators, baselines, and forecasting preferred future, but also showing predicting alternative future, ABC. We show alternative future. Yeah, these are forecasting methods, graphs I retrieved from the internet. You will read them later. Yeah. But when we look at socio-economic problem, in order to give you just a tip, because we are reaching noon and you have to take your break, and then you have to do your exercise. But I will give you a table, a guiding table. Yeah. So there is human need, of course, access to knowledge, education. Here you wonder how many people are educated. Good health. How many people can get access to health facilities, mutual something. The right of faith. What is the right of faith? I don't know. Huh? Who can help me to understand the right of faith? Maybe the right to have to get out from difficult society. I don't know. We will check it.
Like nobody said fate is something that it must happen to you.
Yeah, that is exactly that.
You can't do anything to hinder that.
Yeah.
So meaning that we have rights. If I have a fate to be rich,
yeah.
so there is no one to hinder that.
Yeah, either good or bad.
Yeah.
Dignity, no discrimination. But dignity now, you go around and you say I'm a big man. You have to have dignity, but also to be humble. You cannot say I'm a mother of 5, so I can hit you, or if I don't hit you, my kid will come and hit you. You have to be humble. Decent standard ubuzima bunyuze mu mucyo, ushobora kubona agashati ko kwambara, ushobora kubona agakweto ko gushyira mu kirenge, ushobora kujya mu ruhame ntugire isoni, ntukorwe isoni. Icyo nicyo twita decent standard of life. Ushobora kubona akawunga, ushobora kubona ibishyimbo, ushobora kubona umugati cyangwa ikijumba. Icyo nicyo twita decent standard. How many people have decent standard? Ushobora gusanga 30% by'Abanyarwanda badafite decent style of life. Acana ibikoro, acana imbagara, amakara nayo gutera, nta muriro afite, ntashobora kubona telefone ka karasharami k'ibihumbi wenda 10 cyangwa 5. Yeah, you see? So this is that's not good for decent standard of life. When we talk about decent standard of life, we have to make sure that even the poor can afford the minimum, right? This is so important to know. In many countries, even Rwanda, in the future, we will need to sponsor people to have a standard of life is decent. Yes. In Europe, if you don't have a job for maybe some time, for 2 years, they give you money so that also you can buy food. When I went to school in Belgium, I had a daughter by the time. The government of Belgium used to give me $200 for that daughter. She was still a baby. But the government of Belgium had to give me money so that I can also buy a glass of water, like a person who have no family burden. Ninde waliwo wana mfranga mu Rwanda kwera by'abana 8.
Abalinga.
Obahinga.
Malawada batatu babahinga.
Kuna ulanza ni.
No. At the same time.
Yes, I know a person who gave birth to 4 children at the same time. The government gave him 1 car, which is having a lot of milk. But the husband was my colleague, who was a teacher. And also she was a teacher. So imana yaragira tumugore kunu yize n'amashuri azaringaniza urubyaro hitimo nkabani cyane. 4 at the same time. But the government gave him that woman a car. But why? When I was teaching one day in a class in terms of development studies, one student from engineering asked me, is it from engineering? No, from governance. He asked me, look, Emmanuel, the government is giving money to girls who give birth in the families without husband. I asked him, so what is wrong with it? He said, they will continue as illegal children. I say, no. It is just the purpose is to help them because of irresponsible husband. The government is trying to cover the gap so that the women also young women also can have a decent life. Right. You have to change your mentality that your neighbors have to have a decent life. If you are a leader, you have to change your mind and understand that it is good to feed your health, your people, instead of starving them. That's jealousy. Leave it at home. Leave it here. We will throw it away. Leave it here. Make sure that you are happy that every Rwandan have a decent life. That is part of the economic solution to our problems. So when we are talking about this, I retrieved it from Wei's paper in 2020. People also have access to knowledge, human rights, human security. For me, I don't really, when I act immediately. I one day saw a child having a whole like 50 kilograms of wood. He was coming from the forest. I said, where is your parents? They said, okay, my parents are in the village. And why are you carrying heavy burden on you? It will cause you to stunt because bones are not yet strong. I took the woods and threw them. Tell your mother that I have thrown in the woods. Take the minimum you can carry and tell her, never send me to carry wood alone with this heavy bag. To change this doesn't require to give money. To change mind, good mothers cannot do that. They are good mothers too, but they don't know the effect of that. You get the point? So when we are talking about socioeconomic problems, we also have to talk about the mindset. There are some parents who say, okay, please cook for me food and do household work, don't go to school. For instance, in most of the Potters community, mostly, the ones I asked interviewed, they say, I cannot go to school, it's better I help my mother with household. If you don't change these people, then the community will steal people despite opportunities. So when we talk about rights affect the community directly, and it is very important. So this is the Rostov stage. The stage of Maslow can help you to understand the needed stage of development. Okay, it's now noon. You see this table. Yeah, we are going to have you in groups. How many people do you have? Do you have attendance list?
Yes, it's done on the reception.
On the reception only? Okay. Maybe you have a group, 4 groups, 5 groups. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you counting yourself? Because you will now know to remember. That's 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Everyone has to memorize his number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
I excuse myself shortly. I'm not the part of the groups.
Okay, no problem, sir. 1. Okay. So, group number 1. 2. 1, 2. You have a number? Very good. So we have 5 numbers now. Whether you are 3 or 2 doesn't matter. Everybody can draw this table. Everybody can draw this table now. It will be a tool of analysis, forecasting. I'm now going to teach you the techniques of forecasting, but you will choose your own topic. Yeah. Yes, take a pen and a paper. There is a paper. And I will explain, yeah? As I said, this is the domain of socioeconomic issue. We will select one. Yeah? Domain of socio-economic issue. You will decide to have one in your group. I will not decide for you. And this one is the past. Yes. That's the past, yeah? And this is the current scenario. So the domain of socioeconomic issue, whether it is extreme poverty, or maybe illiteracy, or maybe lack of decent life, as we said before, or maybe lack of rights, yeah?
Can we take the slide?
Yes, sir. This one? This way? Yeah, maybe. That's the domain of socioeconomic issue. It can be, for instance, discrimination. Here is what? It can be, for instance, ubukene bukabije. icyaro ibura ry'ibyo kurya mu buzima cyangwa se school drop out guta amashuri kw'abana bishobora kuba domaine zitandukanye. This is a different domain, aid and agriculture or education. Then you look at the past. What was the situation? And then you look at the current scenario. That's another column of current scenario. I'm teaching you how to do forecasts based on these techniques from Houston techniques for foresighting. Then you look at the current scenario. It means the present. If you measure situation, then you look at diagnosing issues. No, scanning trends. Scanning trends. Here you are looking at how it has been growing through the past and until the present. By scanning the trends, situation you are trying to scanning. You are scanning the trends. Then you look at diagnosing issues. Diagnosing issues, you are giving solution to each. Yeah. Diagnosing issues here, you are trying to give solution and analyzing the solution, and trying to find out the problem, the point. Then you are setting alternatives when giving solution. You give one alternative, second alternative, third alternative. You take it like that. If you give the forecasting concept, we need you to do so. Because this is a participatory approach, I will not talk more anymore. Forecasting. Then the presentation, like 1 hour. Yes, sir, please. Yes, sir. Yeah.
And the practitioners, local NGOs.
Yes. Yeah.
It's good some of the challenges, at least the development discourses.
Yeah.
I would like the approach and the delivery, trying to simplify.
Yeah.
The colonial economists or the new colonial economists, whoever they are, the classical economists,
yeah.
There is a way they complicated even British.
Yeah.
Maybe this institute, the way they are, he approach them like, how do we simplify and localize these development concepts?
Yes.
The prediction models, the estimates, the econometrics. This gentleman tried to explain. You go, you need a PhD, you need a MSc in order to apply.
Yeah.
Even that local person, I remember during our other year, teaching our unyura ahangaha n'inka twaza guhurira hariya ikigoroba ariko areba umuyaga areba iki ati saa sita ziraba ziriye. So there is indigenous knowledge, the indigenous science twatakaje no tugira sort of grafted models of development biri nk'uko twagize gacaca nk'uko twagize so iyi reflection yo gusubira inyuma to constitute ourselves ni byiza cyane. No biriya bavuga by'ibigega twarebye ibigega muri agriculture ariko hari n'ubuzima buno abantu ba kera basically that's your scientists. So if forecasting is very important even in our local NGOs. How do you know NGO when ikabona funding katuvuge nka miliyoni nka 10 cyangwa miliyoni 50 whatever the amount akabaze ngarahemba abantu batanu akabaze ariko na predicting ngo day after inyuma y'ibi bizagenda bite ugasanga noneho amafaranga yashize abakozi yakoreshaga n'abarenzo naje so no mu kazi bisanzwe umuntu atekereza gusa ku predicting ariko amwirwe the first day on the job you start predicting kuko n'ubundi the entry next uzakavamo so how ukuntu navuze this philosophy understanding of this institute to have a simplified way of looking at things kandi bimatanira cyane. I've just liked the conceptualization cyane iri contextual kuko buri tisha abantu benshi the elite cyane no kumva kwinga hamba. There are small things you'll be demystified, you'll be localized. So nashatse gukora iyo comment ariko there is another danger uri kujya mu predicting ni nko kutadevelop ikintu false contentment. Ikintu mucyo ndabita ngo arrivalism ukumva ubonye bachelor's degree ukumva kugezeyo ukazibikira ukumva ko baze masters ukumva kugezeyo so ikintu cyo kugira false satisfaction yuko aho ugeze udashobora kuharenga teacher prediction.
Exactly.
So the arrival attitude even now when they were asobanura nekereza wenda nk'abasoma Bibiliya I don't think so much of it. Even Noah muramuzo muri Bible yubatse inguge imvura itaraba ivuze iguye arareremba abantu barashize. So nawe ushobora inguge ya organization yawe in phase igihe cyose funding ishize iyi kizatuma urema nikiye. If you have your bachelor's degree ukumva ko ejo system uzahirwa bashake masters uzatubira ntabwo uzarerera. So your attitude, your arrival, no innovating. It's very helpful. Thank you very much.
That's a very nice contribution. Yes, you are really welcome for this institution. Whenever you want, as you have something also to say, let us know. We organize another workshop. You participate also, or you help us in one way or another. That's very important, and that is why we have to simplify. Tugomba kwiyoroshya kuvuga ngo human dignity ni byiza, kwihesha agaciro ni byiza, ariko tutumva ko turi nigeze kwigisha rimwe ndababara cyane. Rimwe umunyeshuri umwe ansubije ngo aba ngo twateye imbere, yumva ko twageze ndebye umubare ndebye naho tugomba kujya mana kugerageza kumhindura step utazi iyava ntamenya. If you don't know where you are coming from, you cannot look forward and know where you are going. It is no easy. So kugira ngo tutizima amagambo, let's have a coffee break or tea break. Then after that, you will sit in different classrooms here. We need 5 places, 4 or 5 groups. So turaza kubereka buri wese aho yicara mu rugo. So we really thank you very much for this contribution. After coffee break, we put coffee break because we didn't have a prepared lunch, but it will be a nice coffee break. ikintu cyose ni resilience kwihangana, then tugafatira knowledge, then tuze kugira like 40 or 30 minutes of discussion and another hour of presentation, then die. But remember to register, because we shall give you a certificate for this one day workshop. Okay, thank you.
Karibu hano ni hano kuri Libaraza.
Mwakuteguye neza.
Ni hano kuri Libaraza.
Awanze.